You won't guess what I'm about to say. I always wanted to make games. Well, what else would you expect from me to say in a first video with this title in a game dev channel, right? Anyway, I wanted to create them for a very long time. And I tried, seriously. When I was a kid, I tried to make some games in the old version of Game Maker and, if I remember correctly, Construct. But there was two issues. One, I didn't know English very well. Actually, I didn't know English at all. And second, I think I was just a dumb kid. Months of using Game Maker and I never managed to do my character jump or make other typical game mechanics. And at some point, I stopped. End of story. Thanks. Until high school, where I managed to make tanks. But with ships. I mean, there was a time map, a character controller and shooting, but it worked. And I think I made a Pong as well, but I have a memory of a goldfish, so I'm not sure. And now, it's end of story. Until university, pandemic happened, so all classes were online and pretty easy. And with all of it, Unity did the best thing for a noob like me. Gave Unity Learn for free for everyone. And then it happened. The true game dev journey has begun, and from then I began to improving my skills and knowledge. Well, yes, but actually no. I started junior game developer path and I did two, I believe they call it, missions. And then in third mission the whole design of the course changed, main presenter changed, everything changed, and everything became so unclear to me that I just gave up. As I was making this video, I found out that the whole course is consistent now. I'm actually a little furious right now. A little. So finally, that's end of the story. Until when I noticed how helpful ChatGPT was at university, I tried to make a game in Unity with him. A simple 2D platformer, just to check if I can learn anything by working like that. Ah yes, because I forgot to mention that in all of those years, maybe not while I was a kid, but in all of those years I watched a lot of
tutorial.
And I mean a lot of different kinds of tutorials. It is called tutorial hell, right? So I was in it. Deep in tutorial hell, drinking tea with tutorial demons. Back to the topic. Working with my ChatGPT was refreshing. I mean, this was the time I finally understood how to learn anything. Not just by following every step from a video, but by finding out one specific thing you want to make, then find a way to do it myself, with Uncle Google or ChatGPT, then find another thing and another until you have enough mechanics and stuff in the game that you can combine it into, well, a game. Someone with more fluent English would explain it much better, but you get my point, I hope. So, that was the time I created this. The revolutionary masterpiece. The game that will make me my first dollar with original score mechanic that... Then this happened. Yeah. I think I don't have to explain what Unity did. Really quick recap if you were living in the cave that time. In 2023, new Unity CEO, who was also the old EA CEO, or anyone in Unity, I don't know, I just need to blame someone, changed a price model of Unity game engine to charge studios and developers for each game installation. Each! I don't want to talk about how easy you can manipulate that, because this is another topic, but each! Eventually they changed their mind, I guess, but they already lost the developers' trust. So what's now? I was so close, I lost my hope. Until everyone started talking about this bad boy. And I remembered that I've already tried this bad boy in middle school, but I was too dumb to understand anything from it. But now I'm not that dumb, so maybe? But free version of ChatGPT has information only up to 2021 or something, where there was Godot 3 and now Go 4 is a standard, so I cannot exploit my AI boy. But what was that? What I learned? That I just need to find solutions for each step individually and ignore tutorials? Yes! So I found the tutorial. But hold on, not so fast. Not a tutorial. The tutorial. Another bad boy in my story. The ultimate introduction to Godot 4. What's different about this tutorial, you ask? Well, I don't know, it's just longer, has even second part, and contains everything you need to make your first game. So, why I watched it? Because I did it my way. I didn't follow the tutorial steps, but I decided to make the same platformer I did in Unity by using knowledge I got from this video. And you know what? It worked. I ended up with this. Of course, it's far from perfect. It has spaghetti code in it, the movement and input is clumsy, the game is very unforgiving and every pixel counts, but it's mine and it works. You can move, jump, shoot, you have many levels and working UI, you can collect stars, collect food and beer, and feed the bees. Yes, that's actually the original score mechanic I was talking about earlier. And at the same time, it's the title of the project. Of course, most assets are not made by me, but it's okay. I made it to learn the engine and basics of game development. And that's how the story ended. Until that's where my journey begins. I created this masterpiece couple months ago, and after that I was almost systematic in learning and even have few things to show, but that's story for another video. So why only now? If I started learning couple months ago, why it's now that I'm making this video? Two things. One, I'm broke and unfortunately my only career path is to work on something like grocery store. Or making my hobby to profit. Please forget about university I mentioned earlier. And two, I really love to share my projects with people and I was finding joy in it. But in my current situation I have no one who I can share my achievements with and who I can share my excitement with. You probably didn't have to know that stuff. But the thing is, I always wanted to do all of this, and this is my chance. I think that's it for today. I have planned at least half a video for the future. This is also part of the video where I would love to answer some of your comments in the future. I want it to be at the end of every video, so if you want to, please comment and we can make it into a habit or something. Until the next one, peace!